It's 5 o'clock on a Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. It is Thursday, February 1st. Let's check in with Cheetah Craft for how we're starting off this Thursday morning.
Well, we are dry now. We even have a little bit of fog, well, on the northeast side of town. I'm mainly talking Liberty County right now. But we are going to see the chance for a little bit of fog. So that's why I kind of said patchy fog maybe as you head out the door. I'll continue to monitor that for you. But take a look, 50s out the door, mid-70s this afternoon. You have a mild day, only about a 20% chance maybe of spotty sprinkle. Overnight tonight, though, our cold front is actually going to clear, and that may spark up just of a few showers. Let me show you here. Your hour-by-hour forecast, 5 a.m. out the door. Notice how we're mostly dry. We're under partly to mostly cloudy skies pretty much throughout the day today. 6 o'clock this evening, so for that rush hour home, I mean, if you catch a light shower, that should be all that you see. Notice how the back edge of those clouds are already starting to clear even by late this afternoon as we head into our evening hours. It's going to be mostly dry now for your Friday, but rain chances, Darby, by Saturday are starting to increase. Details on that coming up next.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Cheetah. Out the door, though, it is nice and quiet. Not much happening in the world of traffic, just the way we like it. 249 out of Tomball's good. Same for 290 coming in from Fairfield and I-10 the Katy Freeway. Clean and green. You can see where the Houston Transtar shot I-10 here at TC Jester. Which way is coming, which way is going? Well, actually, the headlights, that's the inbound side heading in towards town. You can see light volume out there, and travel times look good. 26 minutes, Pin Oak Drive into downtown. 290, 21 minutes, Grand Parkway to 610. So if you're coming in from Fairfield or in from Prairie View this morning, no problems for you. And 249 out of Tomball or Magnolia, just 13 minutes from FM 2920 all the way into the tollway.
And we start this half hour with our breaking news this morning. A Harris County deputy is in the hospital right now recovering after a handcuffed suspect shot him.
Yeah, we're still learning the details surrounding this case. We know it happened in a North Harris County neighborhood. That's where our Michelle Choi is live this morning. Michelle, how is that deputy doing?
Well, guys, good news is that deputy is going to be okay. In fact, Sheriff Ed Gonzalez tweeted out thanking everyone for their support and prayers for this deputy. Now, investigators have been out here since last night for several hours. They're still, of course, here, as you can see that scene. We're told this all began when deputies were sent out to find that suspect and question him about an earlier incident involving a weapon and investigate a deadly conduct charge. At some point, they cuffed him, but they say he managed to pull a gun from his waistband and start shooting. He hit that deputy, and get this, we've learned he actually hit another person in the home several times. Deputies returned fire, SWAT got called out, and after trying to talk to him, a robot was sent in and found him dead upstairs.
There was an incident earlier this evening before they came to Kiplin's Way. I don't have the details on where that was, but as soon as that deputy is able to tell us where that scene was and everything else that went with it, we can be able to piece all this together.
And the deputy that was shot was sent to Memorial Hermann. Our cameras were rolling as he was being taken into the hospital. You can see he was very alert at that time. Now, investigators tell us they're not sure if the suspect died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound or if he got shot during when deputies returned fire. As far as the other guy who was shot several times, we're told he is in critical condition. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Michelle, very much. Overnight, House Democrats accused Republicans of secretly altering a memo about Russian meddling in our election before then passing it on to the White House. That memo could be released to the public later today. And now the FBI is weighing in on all this as well. And Brandy is here to explain that part of the story for us. Brandy?
Yeah, Russ, the FBI released a rare statement pushing back against the memo being released. This comes after a House committee voted to put it out, and President Trump all but agreed to do so after his first State of the Union.
Let's release the memo. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't worry. 100%.
That's the president's exchange with a Republican lawmaker just minutes after he wrapped up his big speech. The memo in question was written by the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee and alleges abuses by the FBI and DOJ when seeking a surveillance warrant of a Trump campaign official. That committee voted along party lines to release it pending White House approval. In its statement, the FBI wrote, "We have grave concerns about material omissions of fact that fundamentally impact the memo's accuracy." And the top Democrat on the committee says Republicans secretly altered it.
The goal of it is to provide a misleading impression to the country that benefits the president, that protects the president, that casts doubt on the investigation and the FBI.
So this is essentially setting up a face-off between the president and his hand-picked FBI director. The White House is reviewing the memo before deciding on its release, a decision John Kelly expected pretty quick. Lisa?
All right, Brandy, thank you. 5:05 the time right now. It is time for your morning rush. A man is dead and a woman is in critical condition after firefighters pulled them from a burning home in Galveston. Their family dog also died. The fire started just before 9 last night. Investigators aren't sure yet how it started. Prosecutors will not seek capital murder charges against 2 men accused of kidnapping a Conroe father who was accidentally shot to death by an FBI agent during a botched rescue. The suspects, Jimmy Sanchez and Nicholas Cunningham, are in jail without bond. Today, President Trump will speak at the GOP retreat in West Virginia, the same retreat lawmakers were heading to yesterday when the train they were riding in crashed with the garbage truck. 1 man in that truck died while 6 others were injured. The NTSB is now investigating. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention is looking for a new leader. Yesterday, Dr. Brenda Fitzgerald stepped down after it was revealed her financial manager bought tobacco and drug stocks after she took the job in July. If you drive a Toyota, listen up. The company is recalling 645,000 vehicles because the airbags may not inflate. Toyota says it's due to an electrical problem. The recall covers a range of models, all made between May of 2015 and March of 2016. And if you're at Bush Airport today, you might catch some of our Houston Texans. Today, Kareem Jackson, DJ Reader, and Bernardrick McKinney will be helping United flights get off the ground. Players will be handing out boarding passes and even pushing back planes. And that is your morning rush. Russ?
Thank you, Lisa. It's 7 minutes after. 5 months after Hurricane Harvey, we've watched communities recover. But for others, the impact of the storm, of course, is far from over. Like in Dickinson, that's a community hit really hard by the storm. And the animal shelter there can barely keep up, even 5 months later. This morning, Janelle Fort shows us the struggle and how you can help.
It's not hard to see the Dickinson Animal Shelter is overwhelmed.
We're full. We're super full.
Daily, they're packing more crates and kennels into their makeshift shelter within the city's public works facility. Animals or wherever there's space, some inside, some outside, and a handful of others are packed into this shed.
It's depressing because a lot of these people love their animals. They love their dogs. They want to keep them. They don't have the means or a way to do it.
That's because 5 months after Hurricane Harvey, many people are still struggling.
They're living with family members or staying in hotels or switching house to house. They just don't, they have nowhere to turn.
In Dickinson, largely it's pups getting the short end of the stick.
I think I have 4 little dogs and then 41 big dogs.
And the majority of those dogs come from people who had to make a tough decision.
This is their last resort because they know they got to take care of themselves and family.
So they bring those pups to this shelter, known for its mostly no-kill status.
Good boy.
But now, far beyond capacity, it's the shelter asking for help to give these helpless 4-legged friends the love that they need. Standing for Houston, Janelle Ford, KHOU 11 News.
Oh, it's so sad. You hear that same story over and over and over, no matter what city you're in that was impacted by Harvey.
I feel bad for the animals, obviously, but the owners who really, I'm sure, would love to have their dogs and cats back.
Right.
And just have no place to put them.
So thank you to Dickinson and all of the rescues out there who are doing what they can to find homes. Cheetah, let's talk to you right now in some weather. It's some patchy fog out there.
Yeah, guys, you know, I was watching this earlier and saying, you know, it's not really materializing, and I'm going to continue to monitor this for you. At this point in town, visibility is checking in at 10, so you've got pretty much clear skies, all right, inside the loop once you head in town. Now, Sugar Land now checking in around a quarter of a mile. It's not out of the question that we could continue to see most of these airport sites start to drop. So I'm preparing you, if you're just waking up now and you're going to leave in the next 1 to 2 hours, some of this fog may develop. If you're heading out the door right now, you may not see any just yet, but over the next couple of hours and just before sunrise, it may start to get a little bit of we may start to see a little haze out there, so it may start to get hazy. Temperatures this morning everywhere in the 50s, so you'll notice a much more mild start yesterday, anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees warmer this morning compared to yesterday. Now this afternoon, not going to be quite as warm, but we will be talking about 70s, so mid-70s expected later today. So after the fog this morning, pretty nice this afternoon. Cold front arrives overnight with the next cold front on Saturday. Saturday will be our best rain chance pretty much over about the next 5 days. So only a very slight rain chance today, about a 20% chance. And that's mainly due to the clouds. Relative humidity is up just a little bit. Our dew points are up a little bit. So 70 degrees for your lunchtime hour. High temperatures go to 76. Once the cold front passes overnight, our temperatures will still stay pretty mild early tomorrow morning, and then we'll level out. So tomorrow afternoon will be about the same as you'll wake up tomorrow morning, or if anything, we'll start warmer tomorrow, and then those temperatures will continue to drop because of that cold front. But we stay mostly dry here for your Friday. It's Saturday. If you do have outdoor plans at this point, I would start to rethink those. Some of the showers may be on the moderate to briefly heavy side, so we could be picking up a ½ inch, maybe upwards to an isolated amount of an inch of rain. So you want to be a little bit more precautious for your Saturday. Super Bowl Sunday. Are you planning to have anybody over, or what are your plans? We have a slight rain chance in the morning. The most of that should be clearing out.